Welcome to BBC London. The relatives of those who died in the Brixton Academy crash say they're still waiting for answers about what happened. It's 6 months since the tragedy when Rebecca Ikumello and security worker Gabby Hutchinson died. A third person is still seriously ill in hospital. Their families are urging people to come forward with any footage or information that could help the police investigation. Harry Lowe reports.
My heart feels like it's broken. It's never going to mend again. And I wish it'd been me rather than her, because she had a life to live. And at least I've lived 60 years.
The emotions are still raw.
Get in! Guys, get in!
Last December's Ashake concert turned into tragedy when 2 people died and another was critically injured. Gabby was a security guard on duty at the Brixton Academy that night. Her relatives say she sacrificed her life for others.
You know, she would have given her life for any of us. And she did that night, you know, for those people, because that's who she was.
Social media footage showed long queues of people trying to gain entry to the sold-out gig in South London. 6 months on, another family whose loved one was killed are still looking for answers.
We want to know how it happened, we want to know why it happened, and then we just want to know that how are we moving forward going to prevent this?
Nursing graduate Rebecca Ikumello's children, aged 7 and 5, are growing up without their mum.
She's got 2 young kids. They're missing their mum. They don't really know what actually happened to their mum, you know, so they really want justice.
The venue's been closed ever since, and although police say they've spoken to hundreds of people who went, they want to hear from others who might have footage. How confident are you that you're going to get to the bottom of what happened that night?
I'm extremely confident. We're working very hard with a dedicated team of detectives. The more information that people can give to us to come forward will help me piece together the puzzle as to how that crush ever happened in the first place.
For families desperate for closure, their wait goes on.
It's 6 months now, and it's difficult to come to terms, you know, with our loss.
Harry Lowe, BBC London.
The Mayor, Sadiq Khan, says he's angry after a report by MPs has found that Boris Johnson committed a serious contempt of Parliament by making misleading statements about lockdown parties in Downing Street. The Privileges Committee, which has a Conservative majority, found that the former Prime Minister and Uxbridge MP misled the Commons on 4 separate occasions.
I'm angry. I'm angry that you've got a Prime Minister bringing politics into dispute. I'm angry on behalf of those families who couldn't hug their loved ones, couldn't go to funerals of loved ones, couldn't celebrate important events because they were following the rules. Yet this guy was breaking the rules. I think if Rishi Sunak had a backbone, he would kick this man out of the Conservative Party. He's already been kicked out of Parliament, kicked out of Downing Street. If Sunak had a backbone, he'd be kicked out of the Tory Party.
He's not really reliable. He says a lot of things that he doesn't go with. It's all this incorrect information. He misleads people.
I don't vote for him, but I just hate to think he's been picked on. They're determined to get rid of him.
Businesses are closing down at nearly 5 times the rate they did before the pandemic, according to new figures. And 5 of the areas with the highest number of liquidations in the UK are in and around London. Data analysed by BBC data teams found retail, hospitality and construction have been worst hit. Guy Lynn's been to Harrow to find out more about the pressures that businesses there are facing.
At this luggage shop in Harrow, things are hard.
It is quite a challenge at the moment. It's because people have no money to spend, and the first thing they try to cut their costs on is travelling. And we sell travelling goods like luggages, suitcases.
We may all think prices are going up, but here they're being cut in a desperate move to bring in more customers.
We cut on our prices, we give it cheaper to the customers, so we sell a little bit more than usual, but we do have less profit than before. Of course it's hard, it's not that easy anymore, but you have to live with it.
Walk down the high street. It doesn't take long to see once thriving shops that have now stopped trading. Places like Harrow, with a high number of independent firms, are really feeling the heat.
New BBC analysis shows that in London, liquidations are up more than 60%, from 2,287 before the pandemic to 3,754 in 2022. 5 of the areas with the biggest increase in liquidations were on the outskirts of London: Havering, Southend, Harrow, Tower Hamlets and Bromley.
I think you'll see in the outer London area a lot of businesses that are retail, hospitality, leisure-focused businesses, but also construction-related businesses who operate around to the M25. And they're the ones who either have an impact of people spending less or being paid late by supply chains. And that has a knock-on impact on their ability to operate in business effectively and to keep costs down. So I'd say that's a big part of the problem.
Back at the luggage shop, there's hope that this summer will mean more people needing suitcases. In the meantime, they've been expanding a side business, mending computers and phones, hoping it's not long before the main part of their business will see better days. Guy Lynn, BBC London.
Actor and rapper Ashley Walters was in Dalston this morning, lending his support to a new scheme to help young people. The Dusty Knuckle Bakers provides a training programme which helps equip them with the confidence and skills they need to step out into the world of work. Thomas McGill went to meet him.
Well, I'm down in a very busy Dalston bakery today where the smell of freshly baked bread and buns, I can tell you, is pretty amazing. Look at this stuff just come out of the oven in the last few minutes. But this is no ordinary bakery. It is in fact a breeding ground, a training ground for young people here in East London who have had a difficult start in life. And it's supported by someone that perhaps you may recognise, Ashley Walters, actor and supporter of Dusty Knuckle Bakery. Good afternoon.
How are you doing, Tommy? Good.
So tell me, what's going on here?
Well, yeah, we're making bread, as you can see, making bread, making pastries. But yeah, Dusty Knuckle is like it's an amazing place. Obviously, good food, good coffee. So if you can come down, but the scheme behind it, that's powering it. A lot of these people that you're seeing in here are trainees, have recently come out of prison, have recently come out of care, insecure accommodation, and this is like a gateway for them into the workplace, which is why I love this place so much.
Ashley Walters there. OK, with that, let's get a check on the weather. Here's Kate Kinsella.
Good afternoon. Another settled, warm and sunny afternoon, but change is on the way by the end of the weekend. For now, though, blue sky and sunshine, a little bit of high patchy cloud, but really, as you can see, there's not a huge amount of cloud around at all. Through the afternoon, similarly to yesterday, there might just be a bit of patchy cloud bubbling up, but that sunshine warm, temperatures reaching 28 Celsius to the west. We've still got that east-northeasterly breeze, so a little cooler out towards the Essex coast. Now, overnight tonight, it's dry and it's clear. Very similar to last night, the minimum temperature between 9 and 13 Celsius. Another bright start to Friday. Lots of sunshine around tomorrow again. Perhaps a little bit of patchy cloud for the afternoon, but dry. Temperatures once more reaching 27 or 28 Celsius. Now, as we head into the weekend, we start to pick up our influence from an area of low pressure to the southwest of the UK. It's going to bring towards us some cloud. Now, for Saturday, it's looking largely fine and dry. It's not until later on in the day that cloud rises, the chance of a light shower. But Sunday from the south, some heavier showers, more widespread, and locally could get a rumble of thunder. It's also bringing in some humid air. So overnight Sunday into Monday is going to be quite warm and humid.
Again. OK, yeah, that's just about it from me. If you want to find out how the Grenfell community marked 6 years since the tragedy yesterday, then you can, of course, head to our website, bbc.co.uk/London. Assad will be here at 6:30. From all of us, goodbye.